but this is an appropriate setting in which to use it, and we're so grateful to be honoring this year's International Women of Courage awardees. This has been going on since 2007, when one of my predecessors, Secretary Condoleezza Rice, instituted this award, and since then, recognized over 200 women for their work promoting peace and prosperity and human rights in communities and in countries across the world. And what we recognize here more than that is not just their work, but the fact that they do so oftentimes at extraordinary risk to themselves, to their families, to their loved ones. Not just important work, but work that took courage. And that's why we recognize 8 women with the International Women of Courage Award here today. I'd briefly like to honor a leader. You saw her a moment ago, Katrina Fotova. Did I say that right? Katrina, we call her Kat. There. And she's done a great job. Without you and your team putting this together, it would not have been possible. Thank you. I want to also personally thank the woman of courage who lives in my home, my wife Jeanette, who gets such a wonderful. And I say that relatively speaking because, you know, courage is, I mean, you know, there are challenges with 3 kids under 22 years of age or 23, as you know, especially a 17-year-old that's still in high school, you know, and they have the world figured out. Anyway, thank you, because without her, I would not be able to do this. So we thank you very much and for being here today. You know, at the State Department and under President Trump, we try to take every opportunity to defend and to promote women and girls across the world. During his first term, President Trump made women's economic opportunity an imperative. He established the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative, which to date has reached over 12 million women worldwide. At home, during his first term, female unemployment reached the lowest level in 50 years. President Trump also signed the Women, Peace, and Security Act, a bill that I was very proud to have been a co-sponsor of when I was in the Senate. And it was the first comprehensive law passed in any country in the world, first law passed by any country anywhere in the world, focused on protecting women and promoting their participation in society. President Trump is also working now to fulfill his promise to end a brutal war that's going on in Europe as well as in the Middle East. Wars that aren't just costing the lives of soldiers and civilians, but where women in these wars, in these conflicts, as you will hear somewhat today, are kidnapped, and they're assaulted, they're displaced, they're killed, their families are in danger. And one of our honorees today knows that too well, because on 7th October of 2023, Amit Susana was abducted from her home by Hamas. And upon her release, she shared details of the sexual violence she endured as a hostage, which allowed medical professionals to document the atrocities that she suffered. And this was at a time when people were denying that these atrocities were being committed, and even blaming Israel for Hamas's brutality. Her bravery, her advocacy brings much needed attention to the scourge of sexual violence and conflicts all over the world. Even as I speak to you now, there is sexual violence going on somewhere in the world in these various conflicts. It is a scourge. There is so much more to be said about the accomplishments and the courage and the leadership of each of these great women. And let me reaffirm the importance of protecting women and girls and promoting their well-being are American goals. But they also happen to be a strong goal of our president, President Donald Trump. So to our honorees, congratulations and thank you for your work to create a safer and more secure and just world. In a moment, it'll be my distinct honor to welcome the First Lady of the United States to speak to you. She too is a woman of tremendous courage and a great accomplishment. She's an inspirational leader. Through her Be Best initiative and her work now advocating the Take It Down Act, she's protected women and girls online and promoted their health and well-being. So Madam First Lady, thank you so much for being with us today. I look forward to continuing to work with you to promote the well-being and prosperity of Americans. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome, it's a great honor to welcome the First Lady of the United States.
Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and watch more videos from News Channel 20.